How you doing this evening?
I'm all right. How you doing, Bishop?
I'm doing pretty good. I know I've been rushing all day and all kind of running late to get here, but I made it.
We're glad you made it.
Man, we got an exciting show today, and I'm just blessed as a pastor to have so many young people to grow up in this ministry, and they're doing well, and they're very successful in what they're doing, and it makes me proud, and I can call them my sons and daughters, in the gospel. Now, everybody's not preaching and teaching and starting churches and things like that, but they're doing great things in society, and they're reaching and doing great things, being positive. They're good examples, for our other young people that's coming along and wherever they may be at and whatever city they be at. And so tonight we have with us, I call him Joey. Some of them call him Joe. Some of them call him
whatever.
No, we ain't gonna say whatever. You way beyond that now.
But yeah,
Josiah Calhoun.
Yes.
Josiah Calhoun. We're glad to have him with us tonight, and we're gonna talk about some of the things that he's doing. And he grew up right in his church.
I did.
I think I was very influential in his parents' salvation. He's a product, he's a PK, that is a pastor's son, kid and all that. And his father is a great pastor in the city of St. Louis, Bishop Calhoun. His mother was a great prayer warrior right in church, and many shut-ins, and still doing great things. And we're just so glad that he's here with us tonight, and we're going to talk about his background. And everybody not out here gang banging and shooting, and we got some folk that grew up right up in this church that are doing well. And so, he's educated, and he's got his own nonprofit organization, and he doesn't live here in St. Louis right now, but he's now in the city of Dallas, Texas, and he's doing well and swell, And he calls me from time to time and say, Pastor, would you pray for me? I'm about ready to make some decisions. And I really appreciate that when even though you may be at another church, and he is in Dallas, but he still recognized me as his pastor. Joe Calhoun.
You can call me Joey, Pat.
Yeah, Joey,
you can call me
how you
Joey.
doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Man, we're so glad to have you on with us today, and certainly our condolences go to you and the Calhoun family, the loss of your uncle. I knew your uncle very well, but we're praying for him. I'm glad you was able just to stay over and spend a little time with us tonight.
Appreciate it.
Man, tell us a little bit kind of your background, because I know we got a lot to talk about tonight.
I will definitely do that.
And we're going to try to get as much as we can on this show tonight.
Okay, no problem. Like you said, grew up right here at Greater Pentecostal. Right here. I was a part of an amazing family right here at the church. What a lot of people do know, but what a lot of people don't know is that
Praise the Lord.
The whole essence of being here under your leadership did a lot for my life.
Great.
I learned so much with you and my father, even though it was two different churches.
Praise the Lord, everyone.
And things like that every other weekend. I learned so much under the ministry. And we were so blessed, and I paid attention. And what got me to pay attention is what people don't know about me, but you know. Because, Erica was here with us, growing up with us in the church. But I was a sound technician for most of my life.
You're right about that.
Yes,
I
he
forget.
was.
So when you take that element, I had to, because you had signals, and I had to pay attention to you while you was preaching, and I like every word, because my job was to make sure that the message got to the people. Right. So with that essence, I had to pay attention close. So I developed an ear.
Right.
And developing that ear, I took my job to the extreme important, because I felt like if I didn't do my job, the people wouldn't get the message.
And I couldn't do my job.
And you couldn't do your job.
That's true, man.
So that helped me in developing who I've become when it comes to being a listener. I developed a lot more as I learned a lot more. But to pay attention to people and pay attention to their movement, their signs, whatever's going on in their life, and and listening.
Right.
Listening is very
Right.
important. But, you know, over the years, you know, I decided to leave, you know.
But now, wait a minute, before you left,
Before I left.
you left here with some credentials. You left here with some
I did.
degrees.
I
Just
did.
Didn't leave,
So you said
But
don't
left
fast forward.
as we say, you left here with some paper.
I did with some paper. So, born and raised in Berkeley. Went to Berkeley High School, and through that system, through the Ferguson Florissant School District, went to Harris State University.
And then you ran track too, right?
I did run track.
Yeah,
I am a state
I remember.
I am a state champion. I am. So I was a part of that championship team over, you know, by my senior year. We won on my senior year. That did something to me. So being an athlete in general, you know, so you develop that, as we put it, Mamba mentality, that go get it mentality. Then I went to Harris Stowe. Actually, I went to a small school first, run track. Wasn't ready for it. Had to come back.
Yeah.
Regroup myself, but I always wanted my education. I wanted to be different. I said, I know I'm from the urban community, but I started this thing. I gotta finish it. I gotta finish it. You know, I seen some people that did finish, but I was like, I gotta finish because I started.
Right.
So ran that race for, you know what I'm saying, through school, in and out of school, but I said, I'm going to finish, not finish. Then I made a big jump, and they said, well, you know, it took you this long to finally finish. You want to get some more education? I'm like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Then I can say, I'm a product of this environment, but I got another degree.
Right.
We smart too.
Right.
Got my master's.
Right.
Webster University. And then, you know, I just, you know, started living life, started working. I worked for my alma mater, Harris State University. Worked there for like 5, almost 6 years. Actually, God blessed me in getting that job because I interned for a year.
Okay.
Interned for a year during a downtime in my life where I had lost a job, but I was eager to continue on. Didn't know that I was gonna fall in love with education like I did. I love kids. I love being around people. Always have. Worked that job. Well, worked that intern. I was actually the first intern in the department that they've ever had, and I just kind of started. And they like, yeah, we like this. Did it for a whole year, and God blessed me with the first opportunity to be one of the directors of the facilities that I was working in housing.
Okay.
Like I was the first of a lot of stuff. I was like, wow, I did that. But they trusted me. I built that trust, and God opened that door for me. Didn't know I was gonna get the job. The story behind that is I was working, and then my boss at the time, Sean Baker, shout out to Sean Baker, he said, Joe, have you went over there and signed your paperwork? I'm like, what paperwork? I thought I did all the work. I thought like we ready for the students to move in. He's like, no, we hired you. You hired me.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, I'm getting ready to get paid for this now.
Yeah.
So that's how that happened. Then worked there for, like I said, actually about 5.5 years. Decided to make another leap of faith. Talk with you about it.
That's right. You talked to me.
I talked to you about it.
Talk to your pastor before you make any moves, man. It's very important because you want that blessing and that favor.
And exactly. So, and that's what I wanted. I knew that from growing up. Like I wanted that. I wanted your approval. My mama still was a little bit against me.
Oh yeah.
Because my mom.
I hate to see you leave too myself.
Yeah. Only child by my mom. She didn't want to see me depart and leave the city of St. Louis. But I had a fire behind me to go. I said, I can do this.
Right.
And so I talked with you, started settling up, got it together, got out of here, made the leap of faith, drove down to Dallas. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. Now I'm getting ready to go into the spiritual side of this thing.
Okay.
All right, go. Let's go.
So
Teach us.
God had me studying Abraham. Like he said, I want you to study Abraham. I had started studying I was still working at the school. I started studying Abraham. And he started to say, I want you to study the line from Abraham to Christ. So studying it is amazing. If you're out there, you study it.
Yeah.
I mean, the people, the places they went, the individuals and their journeys and how it all connect and point right back to Christ.
Right.
So I started studying that. And so, you keep those things, 'cause those things are in your heart now.
Yes.
Right? And you still just kind of remember those stories and remember those journeys. And so going to Texas, it was not pretty at first, because things was like going, I'm like, everything going wrong. But I stayed.
Right.
I fought. I said, I'm not going home a failure. I said, when I go home, it's going to be like, oh, you making it.
Yeah.
Now,
Go
you
ahead.
didn't ever tell me this, but I heard that you was, at one time you lived in your automobile,
I
your
did.
car.
I
Really?
did. I did.
The struggle and the pain,
let me
but
go-
look at the game.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I did. So got to a point in time I was there, really hard. Couldn't find a job. All the jobs that wanted me to, you know what I'm saying, work for, they kind of everything backed up. But I was like, I'm not going home. I'm not going home.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not going home. I'm going to conquer this because I am not just a conqueror. I'm more than a conqueror.
Come on.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm
And
fighting.
you
for
speaking
it.
your destiny.
I was
too.
speaking
Exactly.
it. I was speaking it. So you know, I'm listening to speakers, listening to empowerment speakers, listening to my belief speakers, and I'm drawing all this in. I'm saying this stuff match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This stuff match. I'm like, so I'm really grasping on this thing, and so I'm moving forward. So I was living okay, right? I had a situation, it didn't go well, and I was asked to leave. So I was like, okay. God told me in this situation, He said, I want you to leave like you came. He said, I want you to leave like you came, and I don't want to I don't want you to be angry. I don't want you to be upset. I got you.
Right.
He said, remember what I told David. I'm like, what was that? He's like, remember what he said, you know, I'll never see the righteous forsaken, nor his seed beg his bread.
That's the word.
I said,
That's what it
okay.
say.
So I get in my car, and I know after I put my stuff in storage, I'll be in my car, I ain't got nowhere to go. So I'm like, okay, what I'm gonna do? So I'm in my car. I still had a job. So I'm working, going to work. I'm taking showers at, what was I had? 20, not 24 I finished, but Planet Fitness. Taking showers there, earning my clothes, doing all that stuff there. Putting my stuff in totes in my trunk.
Wow.
You would never know.
Never know.
People would never know. And I'm still going to see friends, all that good stuff. But when I get in my car, even after when I get in my car, I look at and I was, for a long time I was tearing up, and I was like, when I get in my car, that's it. This is home. I was like, God gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Because He's gonna help me find somewhere. So did that for like 5-6 months. Did it
My
for
God.
a very long time. And I still empowered people when they call me. I'm giving people encouragement, being Joe.
Right.
Working my gift.
Right.
Working my gift.
Right.
Through my hard time. And they didn't know I was going through something.
Wow.
So through all of that, I had applied for this apartment. And everything was going right. I put my down on the apartment. I'm like, okay, give me a place. So go over there maybe a week later. The lady say, and it was a new lady working with me, because the old lady, she had went to another position. She was like, they gave it away.
Wow.
You lose your deposit. It was like $100.
That's still a lot.
It is a lot,
Yeah.
especially when you like, come on, what's going on? So, but she said, but this was the key thing. She said, did she tell you about our new building that we just built? I said, new? I said, she ain't tell me that. She said, you guaranteed to get in there. Because we looking for people.
Wow.
So I said, you know, I'm like, it's probably gonna be some raggedy or it's gonna be in a worse, bad neighborhood. I'm like, okay, I don't know what this is, but I need a place to stay. I'm getting tired of sleeping in my car, but I was okay. I go over there, beautiful place.
Wow.
Beautiful place. I couldn't believe it, and I was like, she was like, yeah, we can get you in this by, I think, 3 days.
Wow.
I'm like, what? So I was shaking like I'm shaking now because I'm feeling that emotion again.
Right.
And so I go over there, I said, I'm gonna live here.
Right.
So I got that.
That's a
So I'm
blessing.
moving there. And then what so happened is, listen, be nice to people. Always be nice to people. Show forth that being nice, and sow that seed. And God showed me, and I'll explain it too. I always sow into good soil and sowed into people. There was an older guy, still keeping contact with him now. I needed somebody to help me. Because even though I lived there and I got the new place, I was on the top floor, which is okay. I got a place. This thing,
Right,
I don't care where it's
Penthouse.
at.
Right.
That's how I look at
Yeah.
the penthouse. So he had just bought a new truck, a brand new truck, And he called me, and I said, hey, I just got a new apartment. Do you know anybody that can help me? He said, Joe, I just brought a new truck. He said, because it's you, I wouldn't move nobody in this brand new truck I just spent all this money in.
Right,
He
right.
said, we gonna go get your stuff, and I'm gonna help you move into it.
Wow.
And he moved me into it. And I got in there. When I got the place, I fell to my knees and I worshiped.
Yeah.
I had to, because I knew what because I said, God, you are going to help me find a place.
Yeah.
I know you are. I said, and don't nobody know what's going on. There's only one person that knew. That was my best friend, Roger Coleman. Shout out to Roger.
Yeah, we know Roger. Hey, Rod.
He from the church also.
That's
Yeah.
right here.
Right here. And he's in Dallas. Well, at that time, he was in California. No, he had moved from California to Chicago. And he was like, Joe, just keep going. Don't stop.
Yeah, he always been a motivator.
Yeah, always.
Whenever he come in town, he stop by. He got that prophetic word in him. You can do this, Pastor Coleman. You can do this. That's where he was.
Just like his auntie. He got
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you're right.
He got it in there. So he motivated me, and it feels good when somebody motivated the motivator. Because he don't want to do it like I do it. He don't want to step on stage and empower people like I do and teach it. But he stay on me. So he's like, Joe, you gonna get it? And I got it, and I was like, wow, this is a new world. So then, show you how God work. So I get in there. I ain't got no furniture. I got a bed, but I got no furniture. So, but I'm always helping. I'm always serving. I'm a servant leader. That's who I am. So I'm helping people move in and out the apartments from here to there. So I had a friend helping her mother. They from St. Louis also, helping her move into her apartment. Right, helping to move into it. We getting all this stuff in there, going all this stuff. It's just me. It's just us three doing it. So I'm helping to move this couch. And we working this couch, right? Got the love seat in there. Couldn't get the couch in there. She's like, man, I really want my couch. Still paying on my couch. She looked at me. She said, you need the couch, Joe? I said, I do. She said, you can have it. I said, I can have it. I said, I thought you said you was paying on this first. She's like, we gonna keep paying on it. It's just yours.
Wow.
Roger had just come in town because I got the new place, and he was thinking about moving to Texas, so he was scouting
Scout.
the place.
Yeah.
So he was at the apartment. Called her, hey, got a couch. He's like, how you get a couch? I'm like, don't matter. We getting ready to go get a U-Haul.
Right now.
Pull that couch, and I still got the couch today, and got all the accessories and all stuff. Things that she was giving me new stuff. Like that couch that was brand new.
Right.
She still was paying on it.
Wow.
She said, I was like, you sure you ain't got? She said, you always a blessing to us.
Yeah.
You always have been. You can have it.
Favor.
I'm like, woo, okay.
Yeah.
And so at that time, I don't know if you all remember, I came up with a term called call it out the sky. What I did was I speak it into existence, and what people talk about, the universal law and speaking into the atmosphere and universal, I said it's all the same thing.
Yeah.
So, but I made it cool. I said, if you want it, call it out the sky. And people liked it. I was like, this little video went kind of viral.
Yeah.
So that's when I was a little bit afraid. Not afraid. Let me not say afraid. But like, I'm lights, camera, action. I love the camera now. But it was Roderick. I'm on the phone talking to, I don't know who it was, one of my old students, giving them some good advice, good word. And he was like, Joe, you need to record. He kept telling me you need to record yourself and just start putting yourself out there. I'm like, I'll do it, whatever. God know who to send. Because if it wouldn't have been anybody else, I wouldn't have did it. He was like, he got over, I was on the floor, and I was talking, because I was sitting doing something. I think I may have been on my computer. And he came up over and he said, I just got the phone, he said, Joe, if you don't get up and start recording yourself, take that phone when you got, record yourself, give people this message that you're giving them, give them this energy that you delivering. I'm like, all right, man, I do it. Yeah. And it changed the game.
Wow.
And from then on, I just got just better and better.
Right.
To where now, when it comes to like talking in front of a camera, I've never been
I
afraid.
can see that. Yeah, I
Right,
can see
right.
that. Where you,
Right. I've never been afraid to talk in front of a crowd,
Yeah.
but it was different.
Right.
Because you don't want to mess up.
Right. Exactly.
You don't want to lead nobody astray.
Right,
Exactly.
You want to make sure you give them the, but doing that, I said, well, I got to be one that's going to research.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to wrap this thing around in a minute.
yeah.
So
'Cause we want to talk about the nonprofit,
Yeah, I'm
the
definitely.
things that he's doing right now.
Right.
Right. So what happened was in that moment of solidation of being alone, right? God got to he got to talk to me. That's how everything that we're going to talk about. That's how it birthed. Because it was just me and God. He's showing me things. He's increasing my faith, and there's so much more to the story. But it took me to get to that point to be alone, to really be alone, and have to depend on Him. Period.
Yeah.
To where He started giving me this stuff and working this thing. And I was like, okay, let's do it, guys. So you got the list of things I told you.
Man,
What you wanna know?
I hate to shift the conversation
No.
because
Right.
I'm really enjoying these testimonies.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, really, it's very powerful, and I hope y'all would get some of your young people, if you don't get a chance to, well, you haven't a chance to see it, but maybe go back, replay this, and share this with your young people,
Yes.
your nieces and nephews, because they need to hear this testimony about what Joy is doing and how he had to go through that struggle.
Exactly.
We all gonna have some struggle.
Exactly.
But let's now talk about, you got two nonprofits.
One nonprofit, one business.
Okay,
But
one
they're
business.
connected
Okay,
together.
which one is business?
The business is ThinkSmart Enterprises.
Okay,
Okay.
Think Smart Enterprise, nonprofit, Reach for Life. Let's talk about the business first, and
Okay.
then we'll talk about the nonprofit.
Okay.
The business.
The business side of it, I look at it like a tree. So ThinkSmart Enterprises is the tree, and you have these branches off, right? So the business in itself is empowering minds, empowering people to be the best you
Okay.
that you
Okay.
can ever be. God gave me a synopsis. He said, because it was like, a lot of people was like, well, you should just do it for blacks. You know what I'm saying? Because of what we got going on. Or you should do it for this age. You should do it for this guy. So he said, if you were walking down the alley and you heard a crying baby, he said, you would go to that baby, right? I said, yeah, of course, God. He's like, at no given moment did you worry about race,
Right.
religion, national creed. You heard that crying baby, so you want to serve that baby the best way you can to get it to safety, to help it out, to do whatever you need to do to make sure that baby is provided with what is going to be provided. He said, that's how I look at you.
Kind of reminds me of the story in the Bible about the Good Samaritan.
Exactly.
It does.
Yeah.
It
Exactly.
does. When he gave me that synopsis, I was like, he said, when my people cry, I hear it, and I'm their father, so I provide. I don't care about their race.
Right.
I don't
Right.
care about what they're going through. I don't
Right.
care if they're the worst person that stepped on the earth.
True. Wow.
I still love them, and I'm gonna make sure they eat. I'm gonna make
Exactly.
sure that this happens. You're still gonna be blessed by me. I was like, okay, God, well, what we gonna do then?
Yeah.
So then, so that's how the branch, and that's the core of ThinkSmart Enterprises. So then you got the branches. You have the non-for-profit, which is actually came in college. I started that in college, but God gave me that piece first because it is the service piece. He had to give me the service because I love to serve. I love to help people. I love to give and provide what I can provide. And then with me being a marketing major, I didn't know how God was working this thing around, but you as my team, I come up with some of y'all. They're like, Joe, how we gonna do this? I said, well, some of them we gonna do, some of them we gonna give them away. You know, but Reach for Life Wellness and Development. So that's the core. I'm sorry, that's the core of the business. So we got a lot of elements. Like I got some merchandise that I'm gonna throw out there. I started it, but then I stopped it because it just wasn't time.
Well, I remember you gave me a T-shirt.
Right. I
with
remember
the,
seeing that.
Right.
Scriptures and things on the sleeve.
Exactly. It just wasn't time to do that yet. I was like, no, it's not time for that yet, but that's the idea. So I put that buzz out there. I got the YouTube channel.
YouTube, okay.
YouTube channel where I do little vlogs, informational blogs, and I have a little funny on there too, but I do informational blogs. Then we got the, what else? We got this program that we're starting right here, which is
Okay.
a part of two. ThinkSmart Enterprise representing Think Smart and Read.
Okay.
It's an educational development program to encourage kids to read, making reading fundamental.
That's good. That's good. We need that.
We
Yes, we
definitely
do.
need that because we want to create better thinkers of the world.
Yes.
critical thinkers at that. People that think outside the box. They want to do something. They want to be somebody special.
Exactly.
Not just somebody, but somebody special. They want to stand out. The program, we know it's needed. We know that a lot of urban areas don't provide certain things
Right.
for them to understand, learn abilities. We want to provide that, and that's where the non-for-profit kind of connects with that because we want to provide that service. So we'll be offering internships for those who are teachers or want to provide some things. We're looking for sponsors, donors, whatever. Anybody can help for us to launch this program. We know once we get it off the ground, and we got a couple schools that we want it.
Right.
We want it. Pandemic hit when we first thought about it. Now we got to figure out how to do not just in the classroom, but virtual too. Virtual a little bit harder because trying to get the kids to pay attention it's kind of hard, but we're going to get it together.
Now, where can you tell our audience, our viewers and those watching online, you have a website, or if they want more information about ThinkSmart Enterprises or Reach for Life, how can they find you and
Get
they
in
want to
contact.
donate or they want to be a
Right.
volunteer?
Right.
Do you have a satellite here in St. Louis, even though you're down in Dallas or branches? Or just help us on that.
We do. That's Roy Harris on that side. But you can email me for any information. I'll provide you with that information. I'm gonna make it real simple.
Yeah.
Email me at thinksmartenterprises@gmail.com.
Okay.
You email that, I provide you with all the all the information that you need. So we won't just take a long time with breaking the things up.
Yeah.
Email me at thinksmartenterprises@gmail.com. Man, I can provide you with all the information about donating, program, assisting, whatever the case may be.
Right.
We can do that.
I even saw on some of your brochures, and I don't know if the camera can pick it up with the lights and everything. But I'm sure that you design these cars or help them design.
I actually work with a gentleman that designs right here in St.
beautiful.
Louis. That designs the billboards.
Oh,
Okay.
He actually helped me to bring my vision to life.
Yeah, these are very beautiful, man.
Yes, they
Excellent
are
job
quality.
Yeah.
that you
Thank
put together. I need to contact them.
Kevin, we gonna get you.
Do something for me. Very
Right.
Pentecostal.
Yeah.
Fire talk. Put some on cars and
Yeah,
what
Kevin
we're doing.
does a great job.
Yeah, beautiful, man. I mean, you tell he well put these together. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank
Man, we we're just about out of time, and man, I'm proud of you. Really, I am.
Appreciate
I'm
it.
proud of you. See that you're still moving forward and seeing how God has helped you to reach your dreams and vision. Oh, I forgot about.
Okay.
You was telling me this past Sunday about there's the door that's just been open for you. You can't go into a lot of details about it, but there's something on the horizon.
On the horizon. I was just put out there to everyone. I was offered an opportunity to do my own show on a few networks.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
So
Well, maybe you have Erica now on there.
of course, eventually, of
That
course,
was on your show one day.
of course, eventually, yes.
Yeah.
And so I was offered to do it now. It's stipulations for the show, but it's okay. But the thing about it, and I know we get run out of time. I pitched 3 shows to them, and they loved all 3.
Wow.
Awesome.
So it's a lot of work,
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
but I was built for it.
Yeah.
I was built for
All
it.
right.
Because I know I was built for it. Because I was structured right here in Greater Pentecostal Church of God.
Y'all heard it here.
Yes.
real.
Heard it
Fire
here first.
talk. Well, Erica, man, I hate to bring it to a close, but
I know. I was wondering if you was gonna let it,
No, man, you gave
because I'm just sitting there like, can we keep it rolling?
Yeah, I'm enjoying
Because I really
it.
want to learn about the other business as well. But it's up to you,
Yeah.
Bishop. We'll follow your lead.
Well, you go right in and close this.
Okay. Well, I'll go on and close it. So really quickly, can you let us know about the YouTube channel where we can find you on YouTube?
That's a good one. I didn't say it. Think Smart TV. So Think Smart is one word, then TV.
Okay.
Think Smart TV.
And I did put the email address in the comments for those. You see, I'm over here working. I'm working.
Thank you.
I put the email address, so if you want to reach him, email him any questions about any of the programs that he has going on, especially about the nonprofit that he's doing in the community for children. And it's a reading program, right?
It is a reading program.
ThinkSmartEnterprises@gmail.com.
Can I say something before we leave?
Go ahead.
Okay. I said this in my show. I didn't want to say this. So to everybody watching, I salute the divinity in you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
He salutes the divinity in all of us.
I do.
I like
I do.
that. I like that. Well, the only thing I really want to say as far as closing, because I've just been sitting back and listening to your story, and you know, like as you stated in the beginning, that we did grow up in this church together, but we were in 2 different youth groups.
It was.
So Joey is like a smidge older than me, so you know, I was underneath his. I'm telling his age. Smidge. He's a smidge.
Well, you already know my age. Go ahead.
But so it's just amazing, and we were talking to Sonia last week. It's just amazing to sit back and watch the people that you grew up with, who they have become and blossomed into. Because although we didn't talk a lot because we were in 2 different youth groups, you know, everything that you said about being faithful to being the sound guy. And I was thinking, you said everything comes full circle. I was thinking, see, those were your roots. You know what I mean? God was watching you be faithful over that because he knew, okay, I'm going to take him here. You know what I mean? I'm going to let him do his own show. So, you know, you needed that skill set in those experiences with doing the sound, because he knew, you know, in so many years, he's going to be over here doing this. Right. And so now you have that experience, you have that foundation. Right. So all these 3 shows that you're about to do, you can go behind the scenes and in front of the camera and work both angles. Wow. And so I've just really been encouraged by your story. It has motivated me. You are in your calling. You know what I mean? Because I do the same thing you do. I listen to people like Les Brown, Jordan Peterson, and others every morning, you know, while I'm getting ready, as well as different pastors and preachers. Of course, our bishop, we never going to leave him out of the spectrum. But just speaking to whatever God has put in me. And so just listening to you talk, I was over here getting teary-eyed because I'm like, Lord, this man is minister. He don't even know it. He don't even know it. But, you know, that just goes to show you that what he took you through was a trial and a testimony for you to help someone else so you could get to the place that you are now, because God knew that you would be a motivational speaker. He knew the plans that he had for you. And so everything that you went through was just a test of your humility, and I'm so proud that you passed all the tests, all the tests, all the tests. Yeah. And so, you know, it's just wonderful to sit back as your junior and just listen to everything that you're saying. And I appreciate your story, and I know that someone out there is appreciating your story as well, because I do see we do have a lot of young people in the comments today. So you are inspiring. If you didn't inspire nobody else, you inspired me. Good. And I'm proud of you. So, and that's all I want to say. Connect with Brother Calhoun, Brother Joey, ThinkSmart Enterprises at gmail.com. Make sure you check out his show on YouTube, ThinkSmart TV, and we'll be looking out for you on whatever network you decide to show up in.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. And I'm going to be a guest. And I'm going to be talking about my show. See? Right.
Yeah. Thank you again for joining us tonight. It certainly has been a great show tonight.
Yes, it has.
And I really enjoyed it. Very inspiring. I
Yes, sir.
brought tears in my eyes.
Right. I'm like I can't. I just did this makeup. I can't do
you
it.
got a few tears yourself.
I got emotions.
I'm glad he didn't do a zoom in.
We've been making do
For a night.
For joy.
Come on, Bishop.
Hey. Listen, I got a couple quick announcements, and we got to close out. Excuse me, I done messed up in my voice and clowning.
It's okay, Bishop.
But we got a name. We got a name for our studio now. It's now called Firehouse Studios.
All right.
Firehouse Studios. Put it in your comments. And we thank Malachi, another one of our young products, right at the church. He gave us that name. We all voted on it. And we said 100%, let's go with Firehouse Studio. So we got a name now. Number 2 is we're going to be on, I got to get it right, SOV Network. And I got a call from California, and a lot of our talk shows, our Bible classes, our morning services is going to be on SOV Network. Got a call from this network, Dr. Venus. We appreciate you. And she's wanting me to come on to her network. And also that this network is on, I know I messed up the name, Roku.
I'm messing it up.
Kind of cool, you know.
One of those pluggy thingy things.
Anyway, and I think some of the shows are being shown right now.
Oh.
So she wanted to put some things out there right now.
Okay.
And
I got content.
And man, this is going to be shown in all 50 states, as well as places in South America. So
Wow.
we'll be seen, you know, in other places of the country.
Wow. The
outside
world.
The country, right. Right. So we're
Wow.
excited about that, and we had to get that out there. Also, this Sunday, don't forget, it's International Day. Wear your international attire. We have Pastor Rob from Glen Carbon, Illinois. He will be our guest speaker. This is my son. And believe it or not, you know, he's a Vietnamese brother.
Yes.
But he calls me his dad, and his wife calls First Lady, you know, my mom.
Yeah.
And we got that connection and love. We got the relationship, and so we're excited. He's been a missionary and he's been a minister over in South Africa, and I know he's going to be have some amazing stories and ministering to us on this Sunday morning. So you don't want to miss it. This Sunday morning at 10:30. All right, God bless you. We got to get out of here. It's Friday. I know you got some things you want to do, but we love you. Keep tuning in to Fire Talk with Bishop and Bishop. Thank you, Dr. Joey.
I receive it. I receive it.
See you next time. With